Hey everyone, I'm back again. It's Dom Kingsford, Master Reviewer for Musicorp, covering guitars, basses, amps, pedals, effects, name it, I do it. So today we're talking about this beauty, the Electro Harmonix SYNTH9 synthesizer machine pedal. It is a fantastic little pedal, so unique in what it can do for you. It's a very specific sound, but if you dial in what you need, it is really, really cool. The Electro Harmonix SYNTH9 comes with, you guessed it, 9 different preset synthesizer sounds, ranging from some really, really intense synth bleed sounds to some warm pads to some quite abrasive saw sounds. It provides you with the versatility suitable for just about any synthesizer setting that you need for your guitar or bass. So the 9 presets are, which are controlled by this white toggle here. Across the 9, we have the OBX, the Prophet 5, the Vibe Synth, the Mini Mood, the EHX Mini, the Solo Synth, the Mood Bass, the String Synth, and the Poly 6. Now that's a lot of names to take in there. The ones I want you to take note of are the Prophet 5 and the Mini Mood, which if you know your synths, you'll know that's referring to the Mini Moog pedal, or the Mini Moog synthesizer, and the Prophet 5, which is the Prophet synthesizer keyboard. So this actually aims to emulate some of the classic synthesizer sounds from the last 50 years. So all in this one little chassis. So it's really versatile in that way. And with the control toggles here, you're actually able to customize a variety of parameters depending on which synthesizer setting you've selected. So for example, on the OBX setting, the control toggle here changes specific parameters that are different to the Mini Moog. But you're able to actually play with that. And I found reading the instructions gave me some insight into that, but I found it really, really more useful to just mess around with it and make some cool noises. My neighbors probably hated me, but I just messed around with the sounds on here to find what I needed for specific sounds. And once I did, I made a note, because again, with 5 different knobs on here, it can be easy to lose that setting. So you want to make sure you've got it on here. A question I'm asked a lot about these kind of unique pedals, these modulation pedals, is how it tracks. Now for those that don't know what that means, when we refer to tracking on a pedal, we refer to the way that the sound of the guitar is actually channeled into the pedal. So for example, some basses don't track very well because the low frequencies don't translate well into the affected signal. So it comes out as just mush and muck, which, hey, it's cool in its own right, but not always what you want. Now I found with this pedal here, anything below the low A string on an electric bass didn't translate very well. So if you stay A and above, so you're low B flat, etc., you're fine. But for the 5 frets below that A note, you probably want to avoid it, okay? So that's a bit of a compromise. But then again, some of these different settings give you so much bass that you don't really need that bottom string. So again, that's something you play with and you decide what works best for you. On guitar, it was fantastic. All the way up into the dusty end of the high E string on my electric guitar came across beautifully, so I was really happy with that in this pedal. I'd really recommend this to any intermediate to advanced pedal users. As I said before, it takes some time to get used to. All we have with these knobs is CTRL1, CTRL2, and tone. It's not giving you a lot of information there, so you really need to play around with it. It's not like one's for bass, treble, mid, anything like that. So you need to kind of get used to what each control knob does. Obviously, each person's taste is different, so spend some time with this pedal. If a synth sound is what you're after, you can't go wrong with this one here. Again, it'll take some time, but I rate it a lot.